Amatessi Joseph, I didn't butcher it, what are you talking about, turned 111 years old today. Born in Haiti 1910, Amatessi became a United States citizen at age 108. Hey, better late than never. Also, props to you for being 111 years old, but looking like you're maybe 70 at most. If you could just share us your recipe to look 40 years younger, that'd be great. Important announcement from your naughty little vegan. Did you know there is a biker gang called Rescue Inc. that breaks up dogfighting rings, confronts animal abusers, confiscates neglected animals, and investigates stolen animals? Oh, the things men do to get their hands on a little bit of We welcomed our firstborn 5 days ago. Our dog Lucy has been on watch ever since. She cried slightly this morning, and she immediately went to make sure everything was okay and stayed until he fell back asleep. Love them both. Oh, stop it, my heartstrings. After years of struggling with my self-esteem due to my hair being so thin and my bald patches showing, I decided to take the plunge and get rid of which made me so unhappy. And I think I'm gonna rock this look. Oh my god, sorry, I'm not. That's the worst immediate reaction to me making in this context. No, please, I am reacting to your eyes. I'm sorry, they are captivating. What did you do to get eyes that blue? Steal the essence of a mermaid or something? House near us puts these bears out each day, doing a different activity every time. It's all I live for currently. There are some things in life just worth living for, even if that thing may simply be a little snicker on the way to work.
He's vacuuming the lawn.
The best feeling in the entire world is when you realize you could walk directly into your best friend's house uninvited at any time, and not a single family member would even question it because they just recognize you as one of them and greet you as if you belong there. Okay, how many houses did you randomly test this at? Be honest. Yes, I may be banned in 3 suburbs, but look, I found one. They are all tied up, but they let me in, so that it still works. It still works. Today is my 25th birthday. Instead of a birthday cake, I made myself birthday lasagna. Enjoy your basic birthday, losers. I'm living in 2070,001. Thinking of the time I ordered Olive Garden online and I put "please speak to me in an Italian accent" in the special requests category and completely forgot about it. And when I went to pick it up, the guy comes out and goes, "Hey, I got your order, papà booty." And when I told him he didn't actually have to do it, he was like, "Ah, no, I wasn't looking forward to it. I was the only one brave enough to do it." Kenyan engineer recycles plastic waste into bricks 5 times stronger than concrete. Someone please help them get into mass production. Good news. Took us over 4 years, but we finally got a Florida childhood cancer license plate approved by legislator. 4-year-old M is beating neuroblastoma cancer. I swear, kids are the only ones capable of blinking mid-shot of the camera and still looking beautiful or cute. Remember, people, violence against cancer. The world says, "Oh yeah, mate, yeah, do it." I can't believe people are still struggling with basic Zoom etiquette. Remember, mute yourself when not speaking. Use raise hand to avoid interruption in groups. Make sure your cat is in view. Don't forget to tell me your cat's name. And oh my god, please tell your cat I love them. To help put your life into perspective, today was the last day before our winter break. We will have 2 weeks off to rest with our families and loved ones over the holidays, then head back to school in 2019. Oh, this is a blast from the past. With it being the day before break and Christmas right around the corner, most teachers bring their kiddos something such as books or little treats and occasionally, in return, receive something from their students. Today, I received some chocolates, sweet handmade notes, some jewelry, but these Lucky Charm marshmallows stood out to me the most. You see, 100% of my school is on free or reduced lunch. They also get free breakfast at school every day of the school week. This kiddo wanted to get me something so badly, but had nothing to give. So rather than give me nothing, this student opened up her free breakfast cereal this morning, took the packaging of her spork, straw, and napkin, and finally took the time to take every marshmallow out of her cereal to put it in a bag for me. Be grateful for what you have and what others give you. It all truly comes from the deepest part of their hearts.
Happy holiday.
Oh damn, that is a perspective I haven't really considered yet. I suppose it really strengthens that belief that it's the thought that counts. Ohio dad booked 6 flights just to join his flight attendant daughter during her Christmas shifts. Oh, that is sweet. And clingy, but sweet. After battling the second wave of the coronavirus, the French government decided that the hundreds of immigrants who have been working tirelessly in France for the last few months to help the country battle the pandemic will be gifted French citizenship as a thank you. That's nice, but why are there 6 doctors looking down at me right now? Is this part of the citizenship, Tony Hawk? Hey, Hi, I'm 40. Am I too old to learn skateboard? Not at all. My advice is to hit the skate parks early when the younger, beginners, are there. They'll just think you're a cool dad. Oh, Tony, is that what they think of you? While sailing the Mediterranean Sea in 1962, the American aircraft carrier USS Independence flashed the Italian Amerigo Vespucci with light signal asking, "Who are you?" The full rigged ship answered, "Pizza, pizza." No, training ship Amerigo Vespucci, Italian Navy. The US ship replied, "You are the most beautiful ship in the world. Here, let me gift you a jet, please. Just take one. You deserve it. You're beautiful." My student killed a motorcyclist in an accident. It destroyed him. He dropped out of school. Severe depression. Want to know what pulled him out of it? The parents of the man he killed. They asked him to meet for dinner. He goes now once a year. Forgiveness is healing. You know, I had a dream a few years ago that I had died and went to heaven. I was very worried about my small children. I was told that I could stay or go back to Earth as a dog. All the dogs on Earth had made that choice. I know it was just a dream, but it has forever changed on how I look at each and every dog. Holly would be like, "Write that down, write that down!" Oh, Dolly Parton. I want to thank the Tennessee legislature for their consideration of a bill to erect a statue of me on the Capitol grounds. I am honored and humbled by their intention, but I have asked the leaders of the state legislature to remove the bill from any and all consideration. Given all that is going on in the world, I don't think putting me on a pedestal is appropriate at this time. I hope, though, that somewhere down the road several years from now, or perhaps after I'm gone, if you still feel I deserve it, then I'm certain I will stand proud in our great state capital as a grateful Tennessean. In the meantime, I'll continue to try to do good work to make this great state proud." Oh, God bless the Queen of England. Personal win. 2 years sober. I used to not be able to go 2 days without getting blackout drunk. Now here I am with 2 years. That's crazy. Well done to you. Now you're clearly drunk on books instead. I mean, technically that's a much better thing anyway though, so you keep doing that. Today I heard 2 kids talking about buying fake IDs after school, and so I started eavesdropping, cause you know that's big kid stuff. And then one was like, "Yeah, but is all this really worth it? Like, I'm pretty sure the fake IDs cost more than the fish we're gonna buy." To buy fish at Petco, you have to be 18 or older. They were going to get fakes to buy fish. Okay, that's actually really adorable. Wait, fish is like as pets or fish as food? It probably would make sense that they're buying them as pets, so I don't know why you need to be an adult to buy fish as food. Unless you still think bowls are acceptable fish habitats, then yeah, you need to be an adult. Do not get the joke or context behind this, but it is cute and loving regardless. Don't know what summoning jutsu that is though, but still adorable. I have 53 followers now. I know that in Twitter world that is a tiny amount, but I am delighted. I work with special needs high schoolers, and we always celebrate even the smallest increments of progress. So thank you. Today I celebrate 13 new friendships. Aww. I'd imagine there's something bittersweet about getting so many followers that you end up finding it too much of a hassle to have to be as engaging as you used to be personally with everyone. Not here at EmKay though. No, we remember every single one of you specifically. We know Dave, mate Dave, hey buddy, yeah, I remember our chats we have in the comments. Oh, Sylvester, you're always a cracker. Oh, Tracy, I noticed you unsubscribed, Tracy. What's that about, huh? What's that about, Tracy? My son proposed to his fiancée about 6 months ago, and she said yes. They're super happy. We love her family too. I just found out today that another girl is in love with him and plans to propose next week. Should I say anything? Oh, and also he's 4. They're all 4. So that's where reality shows get their material from. Going to kindergartens. Ran into a guy I played football with in high school today. As he's introducing me to his girlfriend, he says, "This is John. He was the only popular kid in high school who didn't bully me. He was actually my friend." Just a reminder that people never forget how you make them feel. Yes, my hand is in the air about this. I totally vouch for this statement. This is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Look at all the gravitational mass breaking the laws of physics. It's true. Love and kindness can overcome anything, especially events that should be geologically tearing everything apart right now. All I'll say is I'm glad we're on the other side of this glass window. I will no longer be tweeting about cute bakery girl. After an emotional discussion, we have both come to the decision that it's no longer appropriate. Instead, she will now be referred to as her new title, Cute Bakery Girlfriend. Yes! Yes, boy! Yes! Sometimes you have to take a pause and enjoy a photogenic goat. Okay, pause done. I'm refreshed. I'm all good. I'm relaxed now. Yeah, let's go! Good vibes. I found an old photo of my dad and I before he passed. I hope he's proud of me.
Okay, if he's looking at you like that with that smile, he most definitely is.
Hi, I'm Max. Tonight, I saved my home because I started hissing at a candle that went out of hand while my mom was in another room. She said without me, we'd be dead. I'm a hero.
Pretty sure this is the first time I've read one of these posts where the cat is talking in first person and is actually being a good pet. It's not a monster. Good job, Max. If your owner isn't giving you unlimited nip and a firefighter outfit, then they are a bad owner.
Couldn't be prouder of my dad. At the Wales vs. Italy match, he had a spare ticket and met a homeless man on the street who he gave the ticket to. Made this man's year and said it was the nicest thing anyone has ever done for him. The smile says it all.
Yes, mate. Good deeds.
Our principal told these two boys that their jeans were nice, so they went back to the mall and got him a pair too.
See, that is how you principal. My man bringing back the proper definition of the end of the word.
I once read that we should say to our kids, you must be so proud of yourself instead of I'm so proud of you, because they'll grow up intrinsically motivated rather than motivated only to please others.
Yo, that's actually a very smart idea. So how do you say that without coming across as sarcastic or condescending? Seriously, I can't do it.
You must be so proud of yourself.
How do I make that sound genuine?
I heard a light knock on my door and went to answer it, and it was my landlord's dog bringing me a stick. Oh my god.
Oh my god! No, it's the mat. It's the doormat for me that just...
What did a teacher do that made you automatically gain respect for them? When I was in the first grade, my mother gave me one of many really awful haircuts. The first day back at school afterwards, the kids picked on me horribly. So much that I ran out and hid. The principal found me and went back to the classroom, and he asked me to wait outside for a minute while he talked to the class. He then walked me to his office and bought me a Coke. The next day, the first thing in the morning, we had an assembly with the entire school, and he walked up on stage with his head shaved completely bald and talked about bullying and the like. Some 20 years down the road, he had retired, and I ran into him at the local college, shook his hand, and said, you probably don't remember me, but...
Yes, I do.
He interrupted and said my name and the event. The man was and is a hero in my eyes.
Hey, you, do you want to signpost that last? Then see this lady. Seriously, she is fighting for freedom.
Just look at the craftsmanship, man. That is some neat and tidy writing.
Grandma sends me a text every night. She records all her telenovelas and watches me live. That's love right there.
Like that smile. Stay warm, baby.
In the context of a grandma, this is cute, but I'm purposely pretending this is just a random stranger, and now it's hilarious, but also creepy, but hilarious nonetheless.
My parents have been married for 19 years and together for 20, and I asked them what they were doing for Valentine's Day, and they both looked so disgusted and said it was commercial and they hated it. And then my dad said to me that every year he sends her flowers, her favorite chocolate, and a card, pretending to be a secret admirer, because although they think it's a stupid holiday, he wants her to have chocolate. And then I went to my mom and asked her about her secret admirer, and she said it was a running joke between them, because my dad spends the day saying he's gonna beat up her secret admirer, and they both know it's him, but it's been going for 20 years, and my mom keeps the cards, and if that isn't love, I don't know what is. Yeah, but see, this is good Valentine's, because it has meaning behind what they're spending.
If you're just going out to a fancy dinner because, oh, it's Valentine's Day, well, no. You can have just as nice of a dinner any other day of the week, and cheaper too, if anything.
I make my ramen the way a friend taught me in 11th grade. Every fall, I listen to a playlist made for me by a boy I drove across a border to hook up with. I eat sushi because a girl who won't talk to me anymore made me try it, and Indian food because my best friend's parents ordered for me before I knew what I liked. There are movies I love because someone I loved them first. I am a mosaic of everyone I've ever loved, even for a heartbeat.
All right, buddy, just casually dropping some frickin' Shakespeare quality poetry.
During 3 years, he wrote her 14 letters in which the first letters combined spelled out, will you marry me?
This is brilliant. It's okay. Lads, if you ever want the girl to wait for you, just write her love letters like this so she'll constantly be on the edge of her seat.
Wait, is that his phone in his hand? Dude, what are you doing? You're getting married.
Twitter can wait.
Wholesome moment. I'm taking part in Reddit's gift exchange, and I ordered a few things from Etsy. One item came with a lovely a little note. Thank you so much. You are my very first Etsy order. Please message me if there are any problems. If at all possible, could you leave me a review? I would really appreciate your feedback. Thank you. Smiley face.
Okay, people, if you're gonna post uplifting stuff like this, you let us know who it was. I want to support these nice people.
I'm watching Planet Earth, and there's this one small scene where the most round seal ever swims past, and I'd just like to thank David Attenborough for bringing us this good orb seal.
Oh my god, that's not even... It's just the ball. How? That's just a ball. I don't know why I'm so worked up by this. How has no one photoshopped this as a moon or like car wheels or something yet? Jeez, come on.
I struggle with lack of motivation and creativity because of depression and medication. But today, I said frick it. I'm gonna try to paint something. So I did. And hey, like, it isn't the best, but what matters is that I did it. Proud of myself.
Yes, good. This one goes out to all of you who have done fan art or are trying to do fan art but are too scared to show it to us, etc. I don't care if all you draw is a stick figure. It's still something. It's you trying. Creative pursuits are only developed through repetition. So repeat, you fools. Keep painting, keep drawing, keep creating. When my sister was 3, she would draw all over my walls.
Now she is 12, and I realized she was just practicing.
You see? See what happens when you keep trying? You're only a failure when you stop. The moment you try again, that's feedback. I will make an audiobook where I just scream at you for 3 hours straight if that motivates you. Parents of Reddit,
What did you find in your kid's room that you put back and never discussed with them?
I wasn't snooping. I was helping him organize all his collections of stuff when he was in high school.
I came across an old metal cookie tin filled with paper scraps. He'd apparently torn off every good job and nice work comment he's ever gotten from his teachers, as well as all of the happy birthday and love yous from all of his cards. I realized how important those tangible affirmations are to him, so I've made it a point over the last 15 plus years to write things down in addition to telling him. He's gotten pretty severe anxiety, depression, and PTSD, and I'd like to think that if I'm not with him, one of those little pieces of paper might help him get through whatever he's dealing with.
Wholesome, my mans.
This man left his 40-year-long career in another airline to join AirAsia and fly as a junior, just so he could fly with his 2 pilot daughters.
Yo, dude, that is being a father.
Also kind of clingy.
But very sweet, still very sweet.
I don't post often, if at all, but I went to grab some slices tonight at Blue's Pizza, and while waiting, I overheard the staff made an extra pizza by mistake. Without hesitation, the owner said to send it over to the fire hall. A small act of appreciation for their services, but very meaningful.
Support local.
Well, if that's not a heavenly sign to tell me to order some pizza for dinner, I don't know what it is.
No, not making it an excuse to order pizza. Shut up.
The planet doesn't need more successful people. The planet desperately needs more peacemakers, healers, restorers, and storytellers, lovers of all kinds.
Well, I mean, to be fair, if that's what you want to do in life, isn't that successful?
Pops took a job as a janitor that allowed me to receive free tuition at Rutgers University. He passed, and I told myself his sacrifice would not be in vain. Here it is. Give the janitor the same respect you give the CEO.
I absolutely love that they let him bring the photo with it too. It's gonna be some frameception when it comes to putting that on the mantle, but still, that is a worthy photo. Good vibes.
If I had a superpower, it would be to fly. I would tell other children from around the world to come and play with me and my sisters and to drink tea together.
Muhammad, a Syrian refugee in Lebanon.
How sophisticated do you have to be at life already to be able to drink tea at such a young age? I am all for this kid investing in his skincare and stress management.
Guys, so my manager, non-Muslim by the way, found out that I pray Zer during my lunch break, so he extended my lunch break to 1 hour 15 minutes so I can pray and still have an hour lunch.
Wow.
A manager who cares? One of my friends is a very pregnant dog, and like 3 times a day, I say to her, "Hello, you are full of several other smaller dogs." And she wags her entire body at me like, "It's true, I contain multitudes." I love that your friend is the pregnant dog. What a nice friend to have.
Yeah, she's my buddy. I love her. Update, there were 5 smaller dogs inside my dog friend, but now they are all outside her instead. Oh my god, great update. Now you have 6 friends. Let's play video games together.
We don't have opposable thumbs.
You are dead to me.
So proud of Justin. His friend, without the jacket, isn't allowed to wear a costume because of his religion. So Justin and the rest of the boys brainstormed to come up with an idea that would work for them, without having to exclude anyone. Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at the President of the United States and his Secret Service men.
That is right there, the bro code in action.
Meanwhile, in tiny photo land, gay couple who was told their love was just a phase recreates their pride photo 25 years later.
Oh, it's fake. You can see because, see, his beard's black, now it's white. It's not even the same person.
Yes, Smegs is cool, but have you ever read a book and spent days reading it, and when you finish it, you get this weird, sad, melancholic ache in your heart, and don't know what to do with your life. Now that it's over, you wish you could read it for the first time again, because loved it that much.
Am I right, guys?
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Good news! You can track the salt trucks in Scotland, and they named them all Buzz Ice Clear to the rescue!
Okay, why?
What? There's so many!
Sir Salter Scott, Lord Coldemut, and your Blizzard Harry.
Yes, sir, Icekin Boogie.
Excuse me, could you apply some sodium to my knee? This one, madam.
No, Salt Disney.
License to chill.
Mary, Queen of Salt.
Socially distance. Why are they all snow related? Robert Birds. Please, can more delivery companies get on top of this? Looking at you, Amazon. It's a good chance to not come across as much of an evil corporation.
When an 8-year-old boy saw that his autistic classmate was having a hard time adjusting to the first day of school, he held his hand and let him know that everything was going to be okay.
How does our world's education system shame us from doing this as we're older? Like, seriously, we're more likely to walk away from this sort of environment out of secondhand embarrassment than to actually engage and try and help. Like, where does all that goodness go, man?
First night from the shelter to his new home. This is why we should adopt from a shelter.
Oh my god, is he sleeping or is he just really happy? That is, oh, that is cute! But also, I hope you didn't actually sleep with him there because I'm very scared you could roll over and crush him. Man, 25, 3 months sober from meth. Celebrate with me! Okay, I know it's probably just the better camera quality, but can we just appreciate the shine on that beard? Like, that is a flaming hot jawline, mate.
Also, yeah, great job on being sober. Got a 2.4 GPA my first semester in college. Thought maybe I wasn't cut out for engineering. Today, I've landed 2 spacecraft on Mars and designing one for the moon. STEM is hard for everyone. Grades ultimately aren't what matters. Curiosity and persistence matter.
I'm totally against the selfie stick,
But every now and then, an exception comes along.
Shut up, man. Yeah, I'll get a photo with you, bro. Sure.
Jeez, yeah. I once told my husband that I was jealous of Finnish PhD students because they got given a sword when they graduate. Sadly, my graduation this week has been postponed due to COVID, but
He got me a sword!
on an unrelated note, I'm moving to Finland to get a PhD. Bye. Alright, finish the video first. Good news, found $10 in the pocket of my ski jacket from 5th grade. Yay! That's technically worth less now. If you've seen Black Panther, then you'll know the film features a predominantly black cast, except for the likes of English actors Martin Freeman and Andy Serkis. Both accomplished actors in their own right, are perhaps best known for their contributions to the Hobbit trilogy, as Freeman started as Bilbo Baggins in the prequel films, while Serkis famously starred as Gollum in both The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. As a result of their unique Middle-earth connection, and the fact that they were 2 of the only white dudes on set, Freeman reveals that the rest of the cast used to affectionately refer to the pair as the Tolkien White Guys, in reference to legendary Lord of the Rings scribe J.R.R. Tolkien. Simply elite levels of comedy. I sent my mum my grades and she sent me a pic of her in a tree. Caption was,
I see you climbing your mountains.
The effort to add visual to this message is just, it's sweet.
Indiana construction worker Jason Haney hid a giant Where's Waldo cutout all over his worksite for the children in a nearby hospital to find. Once he received word that they'd found him, he moved Waldo to a new location so they could start looking for him again.
Please make Waldo one of the requirements at every workplace construction site. Wanted to borrow
An orange cat.
Want to borrow an orange cat for 24 to 48 hours to have a lasagna dinner with Garfield loving 4-year-old and 2-year-old children.
Will return cat happy and cared for. Cat will not be required to eat lasagna if contraindicated. What?
Please, no feral cats.
And please take your cat back at the end. Not looking to adopt. Thank you. An increasingly desperate, but not crazy, mom of 2 with no friends that own orange cats. Hey, look, I'll be honest, this is the cutest idea I've ever seen, but it's clearly fake.
Come on, pal, throw me a bone.
There was a kid at my school who was really smart. Over time, I realized that his parents severely punished him if he got any grade that was not an 85 or above. And if he ever got a B in his class, he would be grounded for the rest of the year. I had a science class with him in middle school. He was talking to the teacher and he found out on the day that grades were due and that he was 2 points short of an A. He had no way to raise his grade either. Since I sat next to the teacher's desk, I overheard that he forgot a homework assignment one day and had a 0. At the end of the day, I gave him a homework pass I found in my backpack that he could get rid of the 0 with. He gave it to the teacher before she left, and he got an A. So, I guess that's my story.
You person are a superhero.
The English actor who played Gollum in the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit films, Andy Serkis, raised £284,000 for charity by reading The Hobbit unabridged online. The 56-year-old actor's 11-hour live-streamed performance, in which he used different voices for the many characters, was watched by more than 650,000 people. That is amazing. Just don't question all the warm bottles of Mountain Dew. 5 years sober today. Art helped me to do that. These are incredible, but it really makes me wonder, do we need to have some sort of struggling addiction in order to become amazing artists? Like, I don't want to encourage us to develop any addictions here, but my goodness, everyone who's amazing at art seems to be someone who struggles a lot in something else. After 7 long years, I am officially now an Australian.
Yeah, mate! Oh, yeah, mate. Welcome to the club.
Honestly, considering the global pandemic still going on in other countries, this is the best time to be in this country. Just ignore the catastrophic flooding happening right now. Just don't worry about that. My dad died when I was 9. I was always sad he'd never meet my husband. Years into marriage, I learned about the time my mom and dad visited my grandparents and met the neighbor's new baby. Turns out my dad did meet my husband 4 years before his own future daughter was even born. Okay, look, I'm not crazy religious, but surely there are events like these that make you think, did someone plan this? My son's teacher has banned me from decorating my son's bananas as they were causing too much of a ruckus in class, and honestly, knowing my art caused a class of 6-year-olds to riot is probably one of the best compliments I have ever received. I wish I took more photos before the ban. No, how does this cause a riot? Mum, what kind of subliminal messaging are you putting in your kids' bananas?
Dismantle the education hierarchy. Run around with scissors, children.
Pardon the mess. My girlfriend took this pic of me working in a hotel. I've never had a girlfriend who was this crazy about me and makes me feel handsome even when I'm working. This pic of me makes me happy, and that's a first.
Oh, that's really sweet.
You have a good partner. Some good news. Been fighting leukemia since 2017. Over 1,000 doses of chemo. Today was my last day. I'm finally done. Thank God. Oh, dude, that is awesome. Not the chemo thing, of course. Ugh, that's so normal and basic. Everyone does that. Getting a movie made of you literally the moment you finish your chemo, though, now that's an achievement. I feel the title's a bit dragged out, though. Maybe you could shorten it, but that's just my 2 cents. Wholesome moments. Holding my newborn child for the first time. Can't express how amazing the feeling is.
Oh, he's like a little dumpling.
Shout out to this baby for being amazing. I was having a really bad morning until this baby reached out at me and smiled.
Aww. I know when you're going to die.
What? More good news! I don't have anyone to celebrate with, but I'm 7 years clean of heroin today! Yay me! Well done! I'm sorry to see that the unfortunate side effect was that you're entirely a single hand. A really sturdy one at that though, seriously, gosh, looking at my own fingers, they look like twigs compared to yours. At 11 and 12 years old, my cooking teacher bullied me so frequently and relentlessly that anytime I even thought of cooking, I'd have a breakdown. Today, at 20, I made chocolate concrete for the first time. Okay, well, you've introduced me to a delectable dessert that I have yet to try and am very eager to. Someone please describe to me what it's like to eat something like this. I want to know. I'm too lazy to make it myself, though. Oh, no. Oh, this is amazing. But it's also so sad because I know his backstory. Someone in my Norwegian class didn't know the word for cowboys, so called them American horse pirates, and I've been laughing about it for about an hour. Alright, can this actually be a thing now, though? If someone could just contact Mr. Dictionary and just let them know that's the new title of them. Meanwhile, I'll have an existential crisis during my lunch right now by looking at these guys just chilling, and I'm really hungry, but they just look so peaceful. Good vibes. Been training on a new job. My fiance has been struggling with her mental health badly, and mine's been having some rough spots. Treated myself to some dinosaur dungarees. I've not felt so happy in a long time. It does get better. The fact they come in a men's adult size is
Just amazing. So I invited my dad to a wedding dress event where all dresses are $150. The event starts at 7 a.m., but lines can form at 4 a.m. My dad just called me and said he bought a chair and is the first person outside the building already waiting. It's 2:55 a.m. This is one of those moments where having a very competitive parent is a good thing. In the 1950s, Ella Fitzgerald was not allowed to play Hollywood's most popular nightclub, Mocambo, because of her race. Marilyn Monroe, who was a big fan, called the owner and told him that if he booked Ella, Marilyn would be there every night, which guaranteed huge press coverage. He booked Ella and Marilyn was there, front table, every night. Ella said, "After that, I never had to play a small jazz club again. She was an unusual woman, a little ahead of her times, and she didn't know it." This is so sweet, but also makes me really sad. Just imagine how much talent has been out there in the past that we've never gotten to experience in the spotlight because of their race or gender. Sorry, wait, this has made me smile. No more sad things. Some little white girl between 8 and 10 in Starbucks just looked up at me and said,
Whoa, a beautiful chocolate man.
and her dad literally grabbed her arm and said, "Emily, what the fuck is the matter with you?" Yes. Oh, Dad, please don't punish the child for being fascinated. Kids love chocolate, so if anything, she's giving you the biggest compliment ever. But then some kids have a nut allergy and stuff, so okay, I guess it's a double-edged sword. I thought this grown-as-heck man on the train was flirting with me. But then he started telling me about his kids my age and gave me his daughter's phone number because he is worried about her and wants her to have good friends. That is either the most convoluted pickup line or this man is father of the year. My daughter's teacher told me my child is obsessed with video games and I need to work with her on it. I'm like, I do. I'm player 2. I got Kiwi, a little goth girlfriend. Oh, that is cute, and he's already rubbing his little face all over her. Update. Remember Kiwi and his goth girlfriend? Well, now she's his goth wife, and they have 4 beautiful goth babies. That is so cute, but so many more mouths to feed. This 7-year-old girl didn't let alopecia stop her from dazzling everyone at school on Crazy Hair Day. This is awesome. Thank you for inspiring me when I eventually go bald. Like, hell yes, I am absolutely doing something like this to myself. Don't know how it would look on a 40-year-old man, though. I mean, yeah, it could still work. Height of positivity. A reporter was interviewing a 99-year-old man. Interviewer, I certainly hope I can return next year and see you reach 100. Why not, young man? You look healthy enough. My mom made my dad dress up and presented him with the Best Husband Oscar. I want to be this extra as a wife. Yo, dude, write a book. Dewey, 1898 to 1910. He was only a cat, but he was human enough to be a great comfort in hours of loneliness and pain. If there's one thing about humanity that hasn't changed over years and years, it's our need for cute and cuddly creatures. Hey look, it's Shaquille O'Neal. Before he got flattened by the Batmobile. That's a really old reference. I don't blame you if you don't get it. Laugh all you want. The Shaq brand has sold over 120 million pairs of affordable shoes for kids at Walmart. Yeah, I don't get this. Why do we encourage big rich people to sell extremely expensive stuff of their brand? Like, they don't need to sell it for a ton of money to make a lot of profit. They already are rich. Let them make more affordable products for us all. Stupid, man. Not my Jeep or dog, but I thought everyone would like this. The sign is not encouraging. Kinda busy today. It's my cat's quinceañera. This cat has no idea what's going on, but it appreciates the attention. The woman who lives above me finally got sick of our building's coin-operated washer that never works, so she removed it, bought and installed her own, and told the rest of us to use it for free. When we finally go to war with landlords, she's who I want in charge. I don't know about the whole removing thing, but yeah, I'm pretty sure if you just buy a new washer and just put it there, it's completely fine. A visually impaired girl finished law school. Her mother, on the right, also got an award for preparing her daughter for every exam. She read all her law books to her for 4 years in a row. Whatever law school this is needs extra brownie points. That is just incredible to be acknowledging this parent. Pisa! My dad runs an organization called GOC, Guardians of the Children. They are bikers against child abuse, so if you or anyone you know is too scared to testify or go through it alone, they will go with you for you. Yeah, geez, good luck to anyone trying to impress this father. Runner buddy proposed to his runner girlfriend at the end of a run. This was the GPS she showed her when they ended at the spot of their first date. That is incredibly well done. So, I just look at the app. Just look at the app. How we went. I see you take a knee. Oh man, this is...
After over 30 years of sleeping on hand-me-down mattresses of varying comfort levels, I finally was able to choose and purchase my own. Well, that just looks a little bit like heaven to sleep on. My wife doesn't quite understand memes, but she knows I make them. She made this for me tonight. She said she looked up how to do it and used her love of The Office as inspiration. I think I fell in love again. Show her F is love. When you won the hot, funny, sexy, sweet, etc. marriage lottery with your husband.
Plot twist. He made this himself.
Me, 20, and my mum, 48, celebrating her chemotherapy treatment, significantly reducing her stage 4 cancer. I'm very proud of her, and I think she looks really nice here. Oh wow, I know that's probably a wig, but that looks really nice on her. Had to log into my wife's bank account to download tax forms, and it asked me for best friend's first name. I tried a few of her friends' names, then gave up, and asked her for the answer. She said, "Did you try your name?"
Oh, smooth. That would... Oh, she set that up, man. She totally set that up to just be such a flirt.
My little girl, who is 15 years old, wanted to go to the park today. She's a bit too old, so I carried her down there. When we got there, this is how she sat, enjoying the sunshine. My dad is the first in line every year for our local ice cream shop opening. Wait, as in it opens once every year? How... okay.
Either way, that's commitment. I'm proud of him.
I haven't shared this with many people, but after many years of bartending and working any party, wedding, club, restaurant, or bar that I could, I was finally offered ownership and am becoming an equal partner. It's been a long time, and I haven't had the chance to say this often, but I am proud of myself.
Wow, gosh, I mean... I'd be amazed enough if I could get a raise, but to be offered ownership, that's quite a pay raise.
Dad gives out over 700 free hugs at Pride Parade to kids rejected by their parents. I'm hoping this was like before COVID, right? It's still sweet though. It's still sweet. Never be a prisoner of your past. It was just a lesson, not a life sentence.
This definitely needs to go out to those who feel like they do a terrible job every time they do something.
Yes, I'm including myself in that. When I was 18, my mum and I were illegally evicted and lost everything, including our photos. 15 plus years later, a relative sent me a stack of photos, and I feel like I got a part of me back that was stolen. Oh my goodness, it's so sweet and beautiful to see this old photo, but also so sad to know that so much was lost. My guide dog in training visited a local school recently, which turned out to be school picture day. Today they sent me this.
Is it just me, or does every single guide dog out there look absolutely beautiful and perfectly polished? They're like, if dogs were supermodels, they would always be the Instagram influencers.
Pippa the dog loves getting the mail, so much that the postman writes her letters when there's no mail so she won't get depressed. A Canadian man, John McHugh, took it upon himself to fill potholes with the sign, "I filled the potholes. Pay me instead of your taxes." Drivers gave him cash, coffee, and joints for filling in potholes. Oh, yes, mate.
Yes, I have a three-headed dog. And yes, you can pet him when you're in hell.
Nice.
Will you rate him for me?
Maybe.
Here you go. He's a bit shy, so please be nice. Remember 2020? Yep, it was awful. Worst year of my life.
Remember 2020? Yep, my human spent every day with me. Best year of my life. Sid accidentally sent pics of her dress to the wrong number, and this was their response. Badoop. I believe this message was intended for someone else. My wife isn't home, so I couldn't get her opinion. But the kids and I think you look stunning in your dress. You should definitely go with that one.
Oh my god, they all got the thumbs up. Oh, that is just beautiful.
My mom is my role model. Her student couldn't find a babysitter today, and being the true African mother that she is, taught a 3-hour class with the baby on her back and fed him. I'm so blessed to be raised by a woman who loves the world as much as her own children. 6 years since my last drink today. Since then, I've built honest friendships, started loving myself, dated, got married, bought a house, and started my master's. Here's what's on tap for year 7. In 7 years you've done all that?
You are making me feel inadequate. Oh my god.
No, let's not compare. Let's appreciate, but not compare. After all, to compare is rather narcissistic. It's making us self-absorbed, making us think it's all about us. But no, this is about them and their accomplishment. Let us celebrate them.
This is Jack being a random life coach all of a sudden.
I went to lunch with friends and saw my husband at the restaurant. I was going to say his name, but he was staring at his phone, so I watched him. He was smiling. He typed.
Then my phone dinged, and it was a video he forwarded of a dog wrestling a water hose.
Oh, this is love. So grateful to be celebrating 13 years of sobriety today. Thanks to everyone who helped me get here. Oh, gee, it's honestly scary to know that was a legitimate photo. Just as long as you remember, buddy, to chew the broccoli, don't just inhale it. Twitter can be the cutest app ever. After 2 years of long distance, we finally got to meet. And it seems the sun just selectively hates both of you, but then suddenly a hero appears! Hey man, let me know if you want me to delete this, but I edited a version where you're both in the sun. It's beautiful. This is one of the last pictures of my grandfather. He passed today at 97, and this is him in an adult swing, having a good time and enjoying life.
No, not that kind of adult swing. Get your head out of the gutter.
Today I waited on 3 10-year-old boys. They ordered 3 virgin pina coladas, and when I asked if they wanted food, they told me, nah, it's just a chips and drinks kind of day. Then they tipped me $11 on top of their $11 check.
Who are these boys? Why couldn't I have them as my friends when I was younger?
Kid at skate park as I arrive. You a good skater? Sometimes. You ever been here? No. Do you travel a lot? Yes, perhaps too much. Are you a YouTuber?
No, I'm just a skater and a dad.
Want to see me do a jump?
Absolutely.
And then I shot this pic. Follow up, I asked him his name and he said Irving. I told him my name was Tony, to which he replied sarcastically, like Tony Hawk, and then he left. I genuinely hope he saw this post. I have this huge ex-military biker guy neighbor who is like 80% handlebar mustache and has a ponytail halfway to his butt, and him and all his huge biker guy friends all have tiny dogs and special motorcycle safe seats for them on their bikes, and my favorite thing is when they all come roaring in on their bikes and take their tiny dogs out of their little studded leather safety carriers. There is this loud cacophony of kissy sounds and full-blown baby voices like,
"Was that fun, sweetie?
and
Who's my handsome boy?"
I mailed a picture of me delivering twins to the Obgyn, who delivered me 26 years ago, and said, hey, a baby you delivered is now delivering babies. He Googled me, called my residency program coordinator, and then we talked on the phone as colleagues for almost 40 minutes. In 2013, Aeneas Bourdieu saw a YouTube video of actress Samantha Fuderman, who looked just like her. She messaged Fuderman and discovered that they were both born in South Korea on the same day and were adopted at a young age. A DNA test later revealed that the two are identical twins who were separated at birth and found each other through sheer coincidence. Again, it's like, I'm not religious, but how do people just turn up in these sort of circumstances?
Still no idea how Twitter works. Here is a wall I built.
Meanwhile, Trump at his house just shaking and writhing pain at the fact he can't like this tweet anymore.
Such a good wall!
Everyone dressed as a villain at a comic convention got together to give this little Wonder Woman an incredible photo opportunity. This photo right here it needs to be just the advertisements for Comic-Con in general. Seriously, conventions are like the best places to get a group of people who just want to do something crazy and ridiculous together like this. Never give up! 41 single mom of 4, graduating in May with No, it's not that. Bachelor's something. I don't know what the S is. BS in radiology. Long, hard road, 2 hurricanes, pandemic, divorce, and the loss of my mother. You are never too old. Most of my family has passed, so here you guys go. That's probably the title of your university, but I'm going to say that those 2 M's stand for Master Mother. Like, you graduated with this course, but you frickin' definitely mastered the skill of being a mother. Blessed to see my 105th birthday. Is it just me, or the moment you reach a certain age over like 40 or 50, you age slower? Honestly, if she didn't have the shirt, I'd guess maybe 70 or 60 at most. Dolly Parton has a program that will mail your child a free age-appropriate book once a month from birth to age 5. No obligation, no catch. She just wants to make sure that every child has books. See, this is what you do when you are rich. You be a good person.
Looking at you, Jeff Bezos.
Had a baby boomer in front of me at the Dairy Queen. She insisted she was a Blizzard expert, and there was simply not enough chocolate pieces in her Blizzard, and she wanted to complain to whoever is in charge. She's going on and on with this teenager. The teenager is calmly explaining they make them all the same, etc., etc., procedure, etc., etc. But this woman is now yelling at the teen. So So I walk past the woman and put money in the teen's tip jar. Haven't even gotten ice cream yet. Woman looks at me, turns back, and yells some more with the teen. I put more money in the tip jar. The teen smiles at me. The woman can't think of what to say to me and stops yelling because I'm looking at her dead in the eye like, ATM is over there. I can go all night. The more you yell at her, the more money she makes. Look, I'll be honest, it sounds fake, but hey, aggressive generosity to combat boomer selfishness is so punk. Wholesome moment. My mom spent hours figuring out and changing her brakes by herself, cause she don't need no man. Now good on ya. If you got the time to do it, why not learn how to do it? Reckon it would have taken her maybe an hour to learn it, and from my experience, that's probably saved her about $300 to $400. In Australian, of course, so it sounds like a lot more than it actually is. My neighbor just dropped the cake she was carrying from her car into her house and sat down and cried until her husband carried her into the house, and I've never felt a stronger connection to any other human being in my life. Baking her a new cake now. My mum always made me a birthday cake, every year for 44 years. 2 months since she died, and my old dad tried his hardest, and my heart melted. That is the most heartwarming, horrible cake I've ever seen. I'm sorry, Dad. Today I learned how to hack unmonitored CCTV cameras. I'm currently watching a dog run around in a backyard in Berlin. Update, I found a barn cam and that has a horsey in it, and I'm in Poland, and I have audio output so I can talk to the horsey. Update, there's 2 horses and one of them is a baby! What is the best compliment you've ever received? Never received one. I like your name, it's cool. Oh. The best compliment I've ever received was from Big Red Hawk 42, who said my name is cool to help cure my depression. My daughter's art teacher sent her a care package. Self-explanatory. Wow, what country do you live in where your teachers have the money to offer such gifts to your students? Wow. Though even then, like, seeing this girl's reaction to it all, I think I can understand why she went out of her way to give so much. My dad died when I was 8. Every week, a few of the dads on my hockey team would offer to tie my skates. Not in a big, showy way. In a quiet, kind way. They filled the gap. Find a way to fill the gap for someone. It'll make you both better. A father held onto his baby as he ran on stage to dance ballet with his daughter after she suffered from stage fright during a performance. Meanwhile, in an alternate reality, strange man kidnapping baby disrupts little girl's ballet performance for clout and attention. This has been cynical news. Everything sucks. This person's bad and you are bad too. Best post from a dad. My daughter got married last night. She is the one in the suit. This is so goddamn important. I verbally express affection. A lot. My husband doesn't. I don't know why. For the longest time, part of me wondered if it meant he loved me less. At some point, I told him about a thing I had done as a kid. Holding hands, 3 squeezes means I love you. Suddenly, he's telling me I love you all the time. Holding my hand, obviously, but also randomly tap, tap, tap on my hand, my shoulder, my butt, my knee, whatever body part is closest to him, with whatever part of him is closest to me, all the time. More often than I ever verbally said it. It's an ingrained signal now. I can tap 3 times on whatever part of him and get 3 taps back in his sleep. Apparently, I do the same. It's made a huge difference for us. People say things differently. Be me. Be 21-year-old and depressed. Have no friends and no girlfriend. Mum comes, sees I'm unhappy and buys me a gift. My face when it's a dog. Gives me food for the dog. Healthy doggo is cute. People see dog. Pet dog. Dog makes new friends. Thanks to dog, I have a lot of friends. No girlfriend, but still happy. Thank Mr. Doggo. Thanks Mum for being the best mum and blessing me with a dog. Happiness and love. There's this one girl at school who sends a mass text to the whole year group whenever she sees a dog so that we can go pat it too if we're nearby. And I have patted at least 5 dogs because of her that I wouldn't have otherwise, and I don't know, I hope you all have someone like her in your lives. All the kids with 100% attendance at my daughter's school get an Easter egg this week. The rest don't. I despise attendance awards. Anyway, today I'm going to go buy my daughter, who will never get 100% attendance due to chronic illness, a huge Easter egg. Please give it to her in the middle of class. Oh, please do. I know it might cause that teacher to deal with a nightmarish class of kids just running around crazily looking at this Easter egg. But screw that school system, man. Gabriel Nobre, 19, with his mum and sister right after he found out he passed Brazil's famously difficult university entrance exam. Gabriel had cut a deal with a prep course to clean the building in exchange for free classes to help him prepare for the exam. Bloody, yeah, look, if you didn't get that, man, they should accept you anyway, like...
I slightly despise these kind of people who just have such amazing drives.
Like, where'd you get yours, man? Is there a Target brand, cheaper version?
Today I learned that millennial dads are spending 3 times as much time with their kids than their fathers spent with them. Back in 1982, 43% of fathers admitted they'd never changed a diaper. Today, that number is down to about 3%.
Yes, millennials are killing the deadbeat dad industry.
In unrelated news, all men on the planet are now considered super sexy and attractive, according to Feminist Weekly. Lots of banging noises outside. I find my Romanian neighbors have rebuilt my fence, which had fallen down a while ago. When I offered money or beer as a gratitude, they said it was better to do nice things than expect something. Bloody foreigners coming here and building fences. This woman just came and bought $300 worth of fireworks, and I was being nice and said, "Ooh, are you planning a big barbecue?" And she said, "No, my son has muscular dystrophy and was supposed to die by 18. We're celebrating his 40th birthday tomorrow. He likes fireworks." Wow, okay. Way to just drop something like that, like, bang! Yeah, it's much more deeper than just a big barbecue, sorry. Daily reminder that if you are more fortunate than others, build a longer table, not a taller fence. He went out to play and came back with a friend. Oh my, how do you do that? What? I feel like I missed out on a part of childhood where I could just bring random animal friends home. Sitting in my car in front of the post office waiting 10 minutes because they're closed for lunch. This woman tried to go in, and I let her know that they were closed for another 10 minutes. She started chatting, and I jokingly said, "Hop in, let's go for a spin to kill the 10-minute wait." She did. Friends, meet Beverly. If heaven exists, then this is what you see at its gates.
Greetings, I am the floof. I shall now boop you to determine if you are worthy to enter the gate.
I was the poor kid growing up. My mum used to send me to birthday parties with no present, just so I could eat. I definitely got to a point where I understood and was embarrassed as hell. In 5th grade, my friend's mum invited me to sleep over the night before the actual birthday party. When her daughter was in the shower, the mum laid out the toys that she had bought her daughter for her birthday. She let me pick one to wrap and put my name on. I'm 37 now. I am still grateful to that mum. That one act made such an impact on me. A professor gave a balloon to every student, who had to inflate it, write their name on it, and throw it in the hallway. The professor then mixed all the balloons. The students were then given 5 minutes to find their own balloon. Despite a hectic search, no one found their balloon. At that point, the professor told the students to take the first balloon that they found and hand it to the person whose name was written on it. Within 5 minutes, everyone had their own balloon. The professor said to the students, "These balloons are like happiness. We will never find it if everyone is looking for their own. But if we care about other people's happiness, we'll find ours too." Meanwhile, in personal win, after my fiancé cheated on me and destroyed me emotionally 10 months ago, I have completely redefined myself and became someone I like being. I found new love with a supportive woman and even achieved my dream of owning a motorcycle. Never been happier than I am now. Yes, man. Look, I don't know about you, but I feel like every time I've gone through some really emotionally difficult event, that it's like a stock. Like, you go down on a huge dip, but you just come out greater. So in a way, I've grown to like and appreciate moments where I'm in a lot of emotional stress. I feel it's weird to think of it like that. Would you call it nihilistic optimism or optimistic nihilism? This wild orangutan tried to save a man from a snake-infested pond, believing that he was in danger. The man was actually there to remove snakes from the pond to keep the apes safe. This ape made repeated attempts to help the man by reaching out his hand so he could pull him out of the murky water. And of course, someone has to turn it into a meme format because the internet. I work remotely, and every day when I walk out of my office, my dad says, "Well, you made great time getting home." I never want him to stop. "And I won't rest until I've gotten a hot dog."
Homer, this is a cemetery.
Hot dogs, get your hot dogs here.
Woohoo! What do you do? Follow my husband around?
Lady, he's putting my kids through college. When I was a kid, I faxed my dad's satellite office drawings of horses. I had watched my father send so many faxes that I had the process memorized. Except for some reason, I thought that I could fax things to grandma. I put in the numbers for
over the office every time, but was convinced that the faxes were going to Grandma. I also didn't think to inform my parents that I was doing this. My dad visited the satellite office, a 3-hour drive, one day and discovered their conference room whiteboard absolutely covered in my drawings. The guys thought it was adorable that I sent drawings and letters to them and didn't tell my dad because they knew he'd stop me. Dad's probably thinking, the damn kid's trying to steal my job from me, rubbing shoulders with my co-workers. Personal win. After years of applying and disappointment, my mum finally got a job that she's longed for. I'm very proud. Hey, cheers, mama. Enjoy the cold one. One of my old co-workers got hurt really bad while he was out riding his bike after work. The doctor told us to say goodbye because he probably wouldn't make it. But he did. He came out of his coma, went through multiple surgeries and rehab. Not only did the owners of the mom-and-pop store we worked for pay for almost all his hospital bills and more, they continued to pay him weekly, plus the bonuses he would have gotten. They also held his job for him. How dare you not name and promote this store? They deserve the recognition. To whoever found my keys on the Des Plaines River bike trail, put them in a bag, and hung them from a tree, you are a lifesaver. I'm reminded that there are so many good people out there, and you made my day. After months of trying for a child, my girlfriend sent me this photo. Oh no, double not pregnant. Oh, that's a shame. That's not a making me smile, that's a making me sad. Today I asked a kindergartner if Friday was his favorite day of the week, and his response was, I don't know. I don't know a lot of things. I'm confused all the time. Maybe I am a kindergartner.
Too nice of a day to stay in the house. Met wife at work just to give her a kiss.
Mwah. Small success. 4 years ago, I left an abusive relationship. I started over with nothing but 2 trash bags of clothes, sleeping on my daughter's couch. I worked hard to rebuild my life, with no thoughts of dating ever again. 1 year ago, Mr. Right walked into my life out of the blue. Life is beautiful with him by my side.
Oh my goodness. With a smile like that, how could you say no to this, man? Look, jeez. Like, you ever see photos of people and you can just tell they're just in absolute bliss? Along with the fact that they seem like an absolute bliss to be around. Look at their faces. Come on, man.
Yesterday, I stopped to pet a dog, and as the owner walked away, I heard him say to her, "You see? Everybody loves you, and you don't even love yourself." And I'm going to be thinking about it for the next 5 years. Wholesome moments. My son had his gymnastics meet today. When his teammate didn't get any medals, he offered to share one of his. But I didn't earn it, his friend said. My son replied, "You earned it by being my best friend." Made me tear up. What a good little man.
Oh, gee, okay, I was expecting you to have maybe 1 and was giving that away, but was that 5? What are you doing, dude? Collecting Pokemon at gymnastics?
Bloody talented and a good friend. Yeah, what else is there to want? My dad is sitting outside in an inflatable hot tub listening to Dark Side of the Moon, and I get this freaking text.
Oi, turn the bathroom light off.
I'm in there, stupid.
Use a flashlight, you're killing the mood.
Possibly the sweetest act of kindness I've seen. Family had electricians in every week for the past 6 weeks, and their little boy was obsessed with them. He hounded them with questions, kindness, and constant offers to help. The little boy just received this from them.
Oh, no way. They actually gave him a pay slip!
Employee name, Theo, for completion of the following jobs. Measuring of items, 150. Counting and adding up numbers of sockets, 150. Catering, yummy cookies, 150.
Excellent volunteering.
150. Quality assurance, asking a lot of questions, 9. Total 15 pounderoonies. That is all yours, Theo. Redditors with thin walls, what have you heard in your apartment? My parents told me stories about the apartment they lived in when I was a baby. The lady above was a classically trained pianist, and her music room was above my room. Apparently, when I would start crying in my crib, she would start playing and I would go right to sleep. After my parents divorced, my dad stayed in the same apartment. A few years later, when I went to visit him, I was about 10 or 11. I got to finally meet her for the first time. The woman who used to play to me to sleep as a baby taught me how to play the piano 10 years later.
Remember this, popcorn is prepared all in the same pot,
in the same heat, in the same oil, but they don't pop at the same time, so don't compare yourself to others. Your time to pop is coming.
I may be straight, but I don't hate. I'll be out there working at Pride Fest today wearing this shirt under my uniform for a lot of reasons. For my stepbrother, for my priest, for my aunts who died before they could legally marry, for all of the cops I have worked with over the years, including one of the best partners I've ever shared a sector car with, for my classmate in high school whose parents made him sleep in a tent in his yard, for the man who cried on my shoulder about losing his partner on 9/11, for every call I went to where someone got kicked out of their house or whose family just didn't understand, for anyone who's had to hide who they are, I've got your back. Love is love.
Personal win.
After 2 years of learning photography and posting my work, a Redditor hit me up for a print. This is my first commission ever, and the first time ever seeing my work in print.
Oh, damn, dude, that is amazing work. I am not surprised that you have managed to get a sale.
More wins! Last year I put down the bottle and picked up gardening to help my overwhelming anxiety. Today, I broke a flower just after buying it. Last year I would have cried my eyes out as if I were the dumbest person alive and beaten myself up for weeks. Today, I have a flower hair, that is all.
It's a pretty flower for a pretty face.
Look at how happy my dad is. He just started baking school and I'm so proud.
Okay, hang on. Just started baking school and he's already making this stuff. Either baking is a lot more easier than I realize, or this person is a prodigy in the making.
So I sold my daughter's slide yesterday on Facebook Marketplace. I asked the buyer, "How old are your kids?" She giggled and said, "No, it's for my pugs. They love to go up and down a slide." We are all mothers in our own way. Made my day.
Another personal win.
As a dad, giving my daughter the hairstyle that makes her feel like a queen always is a win in my book.
Absolutely flawless.
What have you found out about someone that you would never tell them you know? I think I have told this story on here before. In elementary school, I saw one of my best friends eating pizza somebody had thrown in a garbage can. I found out a bit later that his dad had lost his job, and his dad, his 2 sisters, and his mum were living on the streets. But he would have died from shame if I had told him that I know. But my mum found out from me, and she bought him and his sisters lunch cards for the year, and breakfast cards. The school lunch lady told them that they won them in a raffle. Ooh, sneaky. HR at my work just called me and I thought I was in trouble for something, but they just let me know that my 11-year-old sister has been commenting on their Instagram every day telling them to give me a raise.
Well, clearly you are driving more traffic towards their Instagram, so if anything, they deserve to reward you for giving them that work.
This is my partner Zora. He's blind, hence the reason his eyes look closed. I made him smile, so he made me smile, and now I hope he makes you smile.
Well, with hair as luscious as that, I'd be smiling too.
72 hours sober for the first time in several years. I know it's not much, but I'm getting there.
Good on you, man. Focus on the positives. Praise yourself for even the smallest of success. Just keep doing it until it's a habit, and then every time you do stumble a bit, it becomes nothing more than just a slight misstep.
Meanwhile, in a wacky alternate universe where nothing makes sense, a church sign says, "God prefers kind atheists over hateful Christians."
More religions like this, please.
My dad once wrote a note to us and put it in a drawer. The note said, "If you're scared to tell me something, just bring me this note as a reminder that I'm here to support you. I won't get mad. I will work with you on a solution." Best way to keep your kids talking to you. When I was a kid, I used to pray every night I'd wake up the next morning with a girl's body. Today I woke up.
My son just told me that he loves the new toy trucks they got at daycare.
They are his toy trucks. We donated them because he refused to play with them.
Kids. Never will they make sense.
Jim Cummings, the voice of Winnie the Pooh, often calls children in hospitals and talks to them in Pooh's voice. He once called a little girl in the hospital dying of cancer. The mother of the girl told him that was the first time she smiled in 6 months.
That's a bit sad. Good news! Good news!
New Zealand just approved a new measure allowing for paid leave after miscarriage. The legislation is believed to be among the first in the world, applying to couples who lose a baby at any point. Well, there goes New Zealand again, being the better country.
Look at me! I'm actually really good at my job. We had COVID cases, but now there's nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Stupid sexy New Zealand. Feel good photo of the day. This woman adopted this 20-year-old cat from a shelter because she didn't want him to spend the end of his life alone in a cage. Very smart. Adopt them when they're too old to live very long so that way you don't grow too much of an attachment.
See, this lady's thinking ahead of time.
That and, yeah, I guess it's a nice thing to do for the cat. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Finally, a legitimate response to use whenever someone asks me it now.
Man built custom kayak so he could take his dogs on adventures.
See, this right here is how you be a responsible pet owner. Whenever I see Arnie, I always wonder, is it weird to be so overwhelmingly smitten with him like this, or is this just normal when we see him? So many of my life goals and motivation have come from him. He got me into lifting years ago. When I was full load due to COVID, I would go hour walks daily and listen to his audiobook twice. I looked up to this guy and listened to him as if he was my own father, and he doesn't know I exist. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but I'm grateful. What's even crazier is he's helped out other people like me that I've never met either. What a guy.
Oh, thank you. These are my favorite messages. Keep up your fantastic attitude and keep pumping. You never know who you are inspiring.
Oh, by the way, that just happened to be Arnold Schwarzenegger himself.
Very, very true with that last line though. That's why I'm trying to post a bit more of my own social stuff. I might not feel like I'm doing much with myself or really making any progress, but to someone else, I probably am. And them seeing you give it a try will hopefully make that person want to give it a try too.
Lift each other up, not put each other down.
I met a little boy who has lost his arm because of tuberculosis, and he told me I wasn't worried because Luke lost his hand. I think we can mutually agree that we all feel like Kelly Marie right now. Personal win! I've been struggling with ongoing grief and depression, and some health issues that keep me in bed most of the time. I managed to make it out of bed to finish and sell this piece. It's hard to part with him, but I am so proud that I did it. His name is Vigo the Carpathian.
Yo, I was expecting like something the size of, an A4 piece of paper, maybe A3. That is, wow.
If at least one person likes your art, consider that piece of art a success, even if that one person is you.
Every Thursday, my daughter gets so excited to stand out on the sidewalk and wave to her favorite trash man. Last week, she decided that she wanted to bring him a homemade muffin. To our surprise, it just so happened that the Thursday she picked was his birthday. He said it was the only gift he received. The smile on both of their faces were priceless. I have good news and bad news.
Bad news first.
Our son made a mess in the sink.
We don't have a son.
Meet Baxter! Hi, this is DoorDash connecting you to your customer for updates about their order. Hi, if you could drop my order off in the office and pretend to be my parent, that would be greatly appreciated. Well, I'm 27 and look young. I don't know if I can pull off the parent role. Sibling? My school will yell at me if I DoorDash.
Gotcha, I'm big bro now.
Oh my god, thank you so much. Buddy, 1928 to 1941. Born a dog, died a gentleman.
Personal win!
At 32 and at the beginning of a global pandemic, breast cancer took over my life. A few weeks ago, at 33, I was able to say, "Not today, cancer!" Officially cancer-free! With a very polite message to cancer in general.
Beautiful. Forgot to censor that last word, didn't you though, buddy?
I am laughing so hard. I was trying to take cute pictures, and she saw the neighborhood cat she fights with.
Get away from the photo!
Oh, it's
Get
fine.
away from the
No,
photo!
it's fine.
I will catch you!
Today, in a Zoom class, my professor casually mentioned her cat, and one brave student spoke up to everyone. Show cat. When I was about 8, I met DMX when I was selling Girl Scout cookies outside of a grocery store. He bought 2 boxes and chatted with my mum and I for an hour. I told him I was trying to win a cookie selling contest. He took out his wallet and bought about $500 worth of cookies.
Good on him, whoever he is. I'm just gonna Google that quickly. He's a rapper.
Oh, he died! What? No! Wholesome memes, back to the wholesome. Elephants' brains react to humans the same way that humans' brains react to puppies. They think we are cute. My life has had no greater joy than knowing elephants think I'm cute. My 6-year-old burst into tears and said he was too sick to go to school when we got in the car this morning. It was clear that he was not sick, but he's never done that before, so
Welcome to your first mental health day, dude.
we going to Target and watching movies and eating muffins. My child got sent to Zoom detention for not paying attention in Zoom 4th grade. Email said, "Here's the link to access the room to serve detention." I swear I'm trying so hard to take this life seriously. The world is awful and Twitter is weird, but I was with my 2.5-year-old niece at the museum today, and when we saw the wounded dinosaur model illustrating predation, she insisted on hugging it to make it feel better. Oh, you sweet thing never change. Doggo! Someone threw this dog away. My friend found him on the highway. Skin and bones. About 35 pounds at about 8 months. He's now an 85-pound Rot Lab mix, and there was never been a quieter, more polite, better-mannered boy! And he's been mine forever since I set eyes on him. 4 years in July. Well, I know dogs are just generally beautiful creatures, but look at those eyes. Excuse me, but are you aware of Lenu, the Finnish president's dog? No, I am not aware, but I am very thankful for the exposure.
Okay, this right here, hands down, best car design ever. Game's over. We're done, folks. We're wrapping it up here. Winner. Here's your medal. Take it. Here's another medal too, because I love you. Can we also appreciate the artist's expertise in showing the dog's face? I really feel like the dog's owner as he's walking into their house with muddy feet, and he's just looking at me like,
Are you mad? Well, you're not yelling, so I'm going to assume you're not mad.
my boss called me Tyrone on accident. My name is Tyrant. She apologized and bought me lunch to make up for it. I didn't think twice about it, since I'm used to getting called every variant of Ty, fill in the blank here. Then later on, I read a quote she keeps in her work area that made me feel kinda special. During my second month of nursing school, our professor gave us a pop quiz. I was a conscientious student and had breezed through the questions until I read the last one. What is the first name of the woman who cleans the school? Surely this was some kind of joke. I had seen the cleaning woman several times. She was tall, dark-haired, in her 50s, I think. But how would I know her name? I handed in my paper, leaving the last question blank. Before the class ended, one student asked if the last question would count toward our quiz grade.
Absolutely,
Said the professor.
in your careers you will meet many people. All are significant. They deserve your attention and care, even if all you do is smile and say hello.
I've never forgotten that lesson. I also learned her name was Dorothy.
well, clearly you didn't learn it well enough if you're messing up the name still.
Do I like my legs smooth, or do I just want to wear shorts without getting weird looks? Do I need support? Or am I just uncomfortable when people stare at my nipples? Do I like long hair? Or am I just worried about appearing less feminine? Would it be so scary not to care at all?
Wholesome moments.
I just had lunch with an Iranian friend who is a workplace neighbor. We had Iranian lunch and I paid for it, and he promised to take me out for biryani this week to return the favor. Just two immigrants sharing their food and culture over lunch. Hey, nice man. There's the simple things, you know? This dude just randomly approached me and asked if I wanted to play two-player Game Boy with him.
Stop, buy me a drink first. Oh.
My dad was killed in the line of duty 10 months before I graduated college, so guys from his station came and surprised me at my graduation.
Don't just brush over the sad thing so quickly. Doesn't give me the time to grieve over it and then be happy for you at the end. Can't tell if I should be sad or happy for you right now.
Got a dog to guard the house, but then he's very submissive. I see what he's doing. He knows that his cute cuddliness is a human's weakness. He knows what he's got. He knows that no house intruder could dare resist the temptation of sitting down and cuddling him for hours. Well played, Floof. Well played.
Personal win.
I finally found a healthy relationship after a series of unhealthy ones. Cheers to being content in my 30s.
You ladies and your subtle ways of implying how you like to be choked.
Wear this bikini, Steve.
What?
Just do it.
This man lost his 16-year-old son in a car wreck. He decided to donate his son's organs, including his heart. So the heart recipient sent his dad a surprise gift, a teddy bear with a recording of his son's heart.
Nope, back in you go, tears, not today.
Meanwhile, in the wonderful world of Middle-earth, I've been sitting in this for a while, but here goes. When my father was young, he wrote a letter to Christopher Tolkien, asking if it would be possible for The Hobbit to be published in Erebor runes. Of course, he never got a reply, as who would be stupid enough to sit there and translate an entire book into a fictional alphabet? I was. I sat at my desk for 8 hours every day for 4 months, handwriting the entire of The Hobbit into Erebor runes for his Christmas present. It is full of mistakes and errors, but it remains one of the things I am most proud of. I just bought my first house. It took a lot of saving and watching my credit like a hawk, but I pulled through.
Hey, welcome to the property market, sir.
Thinking about my granddad in hospital, aged 94, when he said, "When you see my lights start to go out, will you dance for me?" So I did, and I did it with commitment. And he said to the nurses, "Don't mind her. She's just my whole world, and I've asked her to see me on my way."
But like, why is there still this concept that males don't like cute, mushy, romantic stuff and being emotionally taken care of?
Just the other day, I was cuddling with my boyfriend, and after admiring him for a while, I told him, "Your eyes are so beautiful. They look like mini oceans." And I swear to God, I heard him squeak in embarrassment and saw his cheeks actually begin to blush. Hey, sometimes he likes being the little spoon, and although I'm half his size, I'm always happy to play jetpack. If he's having a bad day, he knows he can lay his head on my shoulder and just bawl his eyes out, and I won't think any less of him. Guys have emotional needs and want to feel loved and taken care of too, you know.
Oh, do this stuff!
Fun fact, Jaden Smith launches a free vegan food truck for less fortunate people in LA. That, and Jaden Smith is also providing clean water for Flint as well as feeding the homeless healthy food. Will and Jada have the best parenting skills. Pic taken 3 years ago, at the height of my depression and obsessive compulsive disorder, convinced I had no future. Today, one of 12 students receiving the acceptance letter to my dream biology uni, where I plan to major in molecular genetics and behavioral neurology. Don't know if this is common, but was sitting at a bar with a band. It was noisy and crowded. Some girl comes up next to me where I was sitting and tells the bartender, "Excuse me, but I just saw that guy, the customer right there, put something in that girl's drink." I didn't see the guy she pointed to. Bartender turned around and said something, I suspect a code word to somebody, and BAM! Immediately, all the lights go on. The manager steps on stage, stops the band, and makes the following announcement.
Attention, we have a report that someone in this room possibly drugged a young lady's drink. We request that all women here immediately put down your drink and don't take another sip. We will replace your drink for free. If you are that young lady, we will notify you when you come to the bar. If anyone is feeling sick or weak, please let us know. Wow. Lights stayed on, band remained off. For a long time, maybe an hour. Cheers from the crowd and nobody complained. Don't know what the guy did because I didn't know which guy it was. That place rocks. This is super wholesome, but I feel like that could easily be taken advantage of. I don't want to put down a good communal moment, but I could see so many people using this as a way to get free drinks.
This is Michael. Michael gave me a lime. It had his number, then proceeded to say, "It's the pickup line. Hashtag get you a Michael."
She said, "Mom, look," and struck this pose. Best kid ever.
I love you, Mason.
Who is this?
Grandma.
I'm sorry, Grandma, but my name is Ian. I think you got the wrong number, but
I love you too. This was nice to get. Lol, sorry. Thought this was my grandson's number. Lol.
It's okay. Have a wonderful day and stay safe.
Oh, well, you too.
I married my best friend today.
No.
Shout out to Tom from MySpace. Homie cashed his check and bounced. He never tried to influence elections, be an advocate for free speech, purchase competitors, sell our information, or any of that. Just taught us all some basic HTML and rolled out.
Yeah, that's true. It's a very good point.
Thanks, Tom, for not being a reptile.
From the Hilton Garden Inn. Good day. We saw that your game was still running, so we saved it for you. That way you didn't lose any progress. It also downloaded the new update for you. Have fun swimming and have a great summer. This package was delivered by Dal.
Something tells me this Hilton employee is a bit familiar with the old video games.
Fun life hack. If you're opposed to gay marriage, you can simply say no when a gay person proposes to you. Follow me for more life tips. He turned 15 this year, still turns back to make sure I'm still there. 10 years ago, I said one day. Yesterday, I said day one. Good news! I got my post-chemo pre-mastectomy photos back.
Oh yeah, well done to you.
Seriously good on you though for fighting that fight. Be me. Sad, depressed, suicidal thoughts. Dad notices, thinks it's because of my siblings, thinks I don't get enough attention, takes me to the planetarium every other weekend because I love space, falls asleep every time because he's working 12 hours a day. He always takes me. Still alive, thanks Dad.
My pop's doing his dissertation for his PhD from Howard at 70 years old. Oh, what a trooper. Good on you, mate. I definitely think he didn't imagine he'd be doing this at 70. Never too late to start something, folks.
I just found out I got into every grad program I applied to. After 5 years of avoiding this process altogether because I was so scared of rejection.
How are you so smart and good at things?
A lady in the store tried convincing my daughter to buy a doll because dinosaurs are for boys. So my 5-year-old roared at her. I'm not even embarrassed.
Sleepy cat books. Can you guess why we called it that?
$20 says they invested in some sort of heating for the bottom of those windows.
It is warm here, so I sleep.
Personal win. 1 year sober from alcohol. I never thought I'd be able to post this, but here it is. Life isn't perfect, but holy smokes is it so much better. Yes, sir. Look at that clean cut. More personnel wins. Had 2 successes this week. Got my 2nd dose of the vaccine and had my first real math lesson. I grew up with a bad education, so I'm excited to start on algebra next week and continue learning. Take this as a daily reminder to be humble for your privileged, decent education. Oh yes, I've seen this beautiful, somber but bittersweet collage. They went to every single football game for years on end. Pretty sure it was like decades, so when they eventually passed, of course, it was only fair for the stadium to commemorate them. It took a lot of patience, but I'm finally 5 years on T and couldn't be happier. Keep your head up, guys. It's worth it. Yeah, I don't think many people realize just how long and strenuous it can be to go through this kind of process. It's not just ducking into a surgery after all. It's a long time. So well done to you. I admire your patience. I am not that. I do not have that skill. 2 sisters and a brother got matching tats. Sugar, spice, and everything man. These are the key ingredients to making perfect siblings. Can you guess which one would be mine? That's right, Bubbles, because I'm pasty white. So, my kids figured out the password to my wife's computer and have been sending me these texts as if they were from her. The kids deserve device time. They have been going through a tough stretch of school. They have been good at dealing with this all. Just a random thought. Love ya. Talk about the Roblox. I think we should let the kids do their Roblox or whatever during school. It's been a bumpy road this year and they deserve it. Love ya. God created therapists. It is okay to see one. Hey, thank you, backwards named best boy. Saw a post online about using cheap curtain rods to display at store toy monster trucks. All done for like $20. I'd say my kid is pretty excited. Yo, that... Wow! Childhood complete. Wolverine's healing ability can't save me from COVID, but the vaccine can. Get it?
Yes, Mr. Stud McStud.
You be gentle on that arm, sir. That is an Aussie boy toy you are fondling right now. Bored mothers all around the world are writhing in jealousy. Katie Carrico, I butchered her name, is a 65-year-old researcher, an immigrant who rarely got grants, never got her own lab, never earned more than $60K. But for 4 decades, she kept working on mRNA, a path considered foolish. Her work is the basis for the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines. She sounds like the Vincent van Gogh of the medical
3
fields.
weeks, 52 weeks. Either way, I am fine with this.
I was outside chopping wood when my 12-year-old daughter came out and said,
Dad, do you want to see what I drew?
wait, that's actually really good. Props to her. That's a style I like. Like, she hasn't actually colored everything in, but it looks colored in. Just boarded my plane back to Chicago and sat next to an older white man who slowly turns, pauses, and says, Assalamu alaikum, in a way that was clear that he had been practicing for this moment. It was just cute, and I wanted to share a wholesome Muslim airport story. That is all. On a side note, I apologize if I absolutely butchered the attempt to pronounce it. On the bright side of being a white man in this situation, it is expected of me to butcher it anyway. My wife likes to take a nap whenever possible. Her mum and grandma came to town to visit. Now I can see where she gets it from. Your cat does not look happy.
They have taken all the good spots!
My mum and I took a trip to Florence, and at one restaurant, the olive oil they served with the bread was incredible. And she told our waiter so. He absolutely beamed and whipped out his phone. Turns out he and his family grew the olives and made the oil themselves. He was showing us the pictures of his orchid like a man showing off pictures of his firstborn grandchild. Well, by the sounds of it, he did in fact make those babies, so hey, you show him off. Here's a beautiful portrait. Nothing wholesome about it, just a nice painting. Yep, that's it. Oh, by the way, the girl's mother died when she was 3 months old, and they don't have a picture together, so an artist made this for her. Yeah, now it's depressing. All right. Okay, not depressing, but it's bittersweet, that's the word. Bittersweet. I work at a small family-owned Italian restaurant, and my boss lets me study when we're slow, so he brought me a small pizza and said, "A pizza, pizza, pizza." I worked a 12-hour shift today, and he fed me 3 times and made me a sandwich to take home. He's an angel walking among us.
Oh, that sounds sus. Get it?
Yeah.
It's sus.
Stop.
Because she said among
No,
us.
that's an old thing now, man.
No, you can still
No.
say it, 'cause
No,
it's
you can't.
sus.
Here,
It's
just-
instead of- What are you doing?
Just go to sleep. Just go to sleep. Shh. I just moved into my first very own place and am living 100% independently. That was a big enough deal with today's property market and the very fact of today's generations with their ability to afford things. But you're also living on a wheelchair. Like, dude, wow, you are amazing. Like, you didn't need to choose veteran difficulty, man. You don't need to go that hardcore. Rick Moranis. He is the star of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. He became a stay-at-home dad primarily to take care of his 2 children after his wife passed away in 1991. Let's take a moment to appreciate this star who had his priorities straight. Yeah, I personally admire this guy a lot. He could have easily just threw a bunch of cash to some sort of caretaker to help take care of the kids for him most of the time. But no, he decided that he's a dad, that should be his responsibility. You're a good man, Rick Moranis. Frankie was born with 4 ears and an eye deformity, but he's still perfect. Oh man, I thought the cat was just winking nicely. Also, it kind of looks like a cat with a cat costume on. I'm not laughing at it being weird, I just don't think it's really cute and kind of funny in that sense. I swear, I'm not laughing at the disability. Oh no, I'm digging a hole. I'm not a player or coach, yet greatly enjoy serving the Greenwood football program as their janitor. I was humbled today as they shared their state championship with me by gifting me with a ring. What fun it is to be a Greenwood Bulldog. Oh bloody hell, look at this guy just smiling with glee. Hell yeah, man. A biotech startup has managed to 3D print fake rhino horns that carry the same genetic fingerprint as the actual horn. The company plans to flood the Chinese rhino horn market at 1/8 of the price of the original, undercutting the price poachers can get and forcing them out eventually. Hell yes, that is the best way to use technology. Now hurry up and perfect lab-grown meat. I'm sick of vegans being morally higher grounded than me. Like seriously, if you think about it, the only bad thing about vegans is the narcissism. Everything else, they're better human beings for it. The buttheads. When my son was 3, he had a guinea pig named Rufus. One day, he left the cage open and Rufus disappeared. I bought a replacement Rufus, never told my son, and things were going fine until the original Rufus showed up and I had to pretend he was Rufus's cousin, Roger from Philly. Thank you for that wholesome story about your son, finger taints. My boyfriend has been putting back money every month and saved up $5,000 to purchase a new vehicle tomorrow. What he doesn't know is he has $10,000. I have been secretly matching every dollar he has saved. He truly deserves it, y'all.
Madam, you are a queen and you deserve everything you ask of him.
Sammy the seal was always begging for food at an island restaurant. So the staff started feeding him daily at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 4 p.m. Now he flops out of the water, looks both ways, and crosses the road, and awaits his prize at those exact times every day. He is never late. He doesn't even have a watch, and he is more on time than me. I have like 6, and I am still late to work. Teach me, Sammy! Teach me your organization. Also, it's fascinating to see how seagulls have evolved in different areas of the world. Down here, owls have wings and can fly, but in Ireland, they're pretty much like the locals. Adorable blobs of fat rolling around on the street. No, it's okay, I can say that. I'm part Irish. Wholesome moments. My favorite graduation photo that I took. This woman at my campus subway kept me fed for 4 years. And when I was low on money, she came through for me. I'll never take her for granted. Hey, well done, madam. It's the little things. You can safely argue that him being fed and fueled has helped him graduate with such honors.
Subway, promote her, you wholesome buttheads.
I am 8 years clean from opiates today, also known as opioids for those unaware. Well done, madam. You're looking prideful, powerful, and gosh damn gorgeous. Look at that wavy hair. It's just throw a load of her beautiful face. My girlfriend said, "Is there basketball on?" Then put on the game and walked away. 2 hours later, I'm like, what is she doing? She's napping. Turned it on to keep me occupied like a toddler.
Oh no. There are so many avenues to take this sort of post. Is this her being passive aggressive about the way she has to treat you in the relationship?
Does she find you a bit exhausting and overwhelming sometimes and likes to distract you so she can have some rest? Does she have younger siblings and this is just a force of habit for her? Does she have a mummy kink?
These answers I will not know, but continuously fathom at the possibility of because I like to overthink things.
My mother used to tell me I was the world's greatest potato peeler, and I really bought into it. And every time we'd have potatoes, I would be so excited to show off my skills as the ultimate peeler. It wasn't till I was in my mid-30s I realized the whole play. Touché, Mom. Touché.
Damn, your mama playing the long game of making it easy to prepare dinner.
Meanwhile, and we rate dogs, this is Tula. She's been protecting the penguins of Middle Island in southwest Victoria for the last 8 years, increasing their population from less than 10 to over 100. This week, she retired, but not before helping train a new class of penguin protectors.
15 out of 10! Thank you, Chula!
After a couple of slices of pizza, my 3-year-old bursts into tears and says,
Oh, my mouth wants more, but my tummy doesn't.
I've never related to anything more.
Woe is me.
My 12-year-old son recently started to stream on Twitch. After weeks of 0 interactions, he was ecstatic to announce that he had not only a viewer, but a follower also. I've never seen a happier human being. I am that follower. He can never know.
Forget Uber. Screw Uber. Message me and I'll come get you in a 1989 Pontiac Firebird with a 5th of whiskey and an 8-ball, blasting Motley Crue on the speakers, and I'll holler, "Hell yeah, brother," at everything you say.
I would keep this man on speed dial for whenever my friends want to order an Uber. How are unicorns fake but giraffes are real? Like, what's more believable? A horse with a horn? Or a leopard moose camel with a 40-foot neck? Asking the real questions, I see. I've never actually heard guys introduce themselves. How do y'all find out each other's names? We usually just wait until we hear somebody else say it.
Yeah, good one. Oh, hang on, my phone's ringing. Hey, Mom. Mom,
I've lost the average American male in weight. Highest weight was 527 pounds in the August of 2020. 327 pounds today. Woo! Damn, buddy, that is some amazing progress. Bloody well done. You can already see that your face is thinning and everything. Keep up the journey, good sir. You are an inspiration. I build power lines for a living, and I make a good union wage. If a bunch of burger flippers started earning the same wages and benefits that I make, dude, I'd be celebrating with them and their families. Working people are my people. Their win is my win. So apparently, his young daughter found out what he did for a living. So she made him wings so he would be safe. And a good dad will wear his daughter's wings. Most definitely not likely the actual story here, but still adorable nonetheless. I mean, hey, look, if I had that job, I'd do the same thing. Oh, no. Oh, the dog's looking old now. I don't like old dogs. I don't like the look of them. It's sad. It saddens me. I'm just gonna focus on the top photo. Yes. Look at the dog. All healthy and young still and cute. Yep, done. My niece said I was going bald. So, unprompted, she'd cut off a lock of her hair for me. I hope the scotch tape holds. That is a very cute thing your niece has done. It also looks like an extremely raised eyebrow. If we can just quickly Photoshop away the other eyebrow there. Yeah, they're perfect. Ah, yes, Mr. James Murray, the ever-inquisitive eyebrow man. My 6-year-old just outlined the first 3 chapters of the next book he thinks I should write. He has titled it Mummy Burnt the Toast, and it chronicles all the different ways I failed him as a home chef. I was a touch offended at first, but honestly, the book is writing itself. Props to your kid's ability to just give the most scathing of critiques in such a constructive fashion. Not the best thing to be famous for in a book series, but hey, at least you're famous. I'm a black person. My bestest buddy in the whole wide world is a white person. We were roomies at one point. He brought a date over. I met her. Nothing weird. But as it turned out, she had a problem with my Romeo living with a black person, me. He immediately broke it off with her. I don't have many friends, but I'd like to think I got quality over quantity. Edit. It is sincerely heartwarming to see so many enjoy an anecdote of bromance triumphing over bigotry. This post may be the leverage I need to convince my BFF to join Reddit. Thank you, everyone. Yes, let's please keep the racists out of the dating pool. Thank you very much.
I'm really crying right now, dude. I thought I was calling my mom, but I had the wrong number and...
This is the lady you thought was your mum. I just wanted to let you know your wrong number was a great Christmas gift for me, as I lost my only daughter around the holidays. So hearing you say, "Hey Mom," made me feel so good. And you have a Merry Christmas.
Oh, that's nice. It's nice. There was some racist shit here,
So I covered it with a pic of a cat. Less racism, more kitty. If someone says, "I love you," but you're not ready to say it back, how do you respond? We're reading the same book. You're just a couple chapters ahead. That's what my husband said to me years ago when I blurted out my love for him a couple months into dating. Guess he was right, though.
Hot damn, what a smooth deflection by rejecting someone but not fully rejecting them.
I mean, that is some skill, buddy. Every time I complain about doing something, I remember my daughter had 5 brain surgeries for her cancer and came out of each one with a big smile from cheek to cheek. Baby, you are adorable and I support your efforts.
Hi, Ben, mate. You dropped your phone as you were running from us earlier today, mate. We should also let you know that you should have a password on your phone and shouldn't leave your Twitter account open. Come down to the station to collect it. Cheers! 2 mates in 1 sentence. Really? I mean, you can tell they're Canadian.
Can we also take a second to acknowledge their perfect smiles? My God. Can I have your dentist? End your genetics? Personal win. Depression was so bad, I couldn't do my dishes for months. Today was the first time both my sinks have been cleaned since March. I'm so freaking proud of myself. I don't know many things out there that can really match the appreciation and absolute ego trip that it is having a clean sink. Just clean in general, really. Just leaving a long day in the ER. Today marks 4 shifts in a row without a single COVID case. It's much better like this.
I want to say yay to you, but I also kind of feel like you posting this has just jinxed yourself for the next week.
Like, shh, stop bringing attention to it, because then the COVID's gonna start trying harder.
I just found out that my dog is now officially cancer-free. Good on you, you adorable floof. And a very photogenic floof at that. My dad always found rubber ducks while on walks and hid them around for his version of good luck. He passed 4 years ago, and we thought we found them all. Tonight, I opened the backseat cup holder of my car for apparently the first time in a while. Dad, you genius jerk.
That is by far the cutest and most ridiculous and slightly annoying but also adorable and hilarious way to be remembered.
Was your dad Ernie from Sesame Street by any chance? When we met, my boyfriend just wasn't a cat person. We're out of wet food, and he's currently cooking fish, so
The boys can still have a good dinner.
as though my cats are loyal patrons of a restaurant he cannot disappoint, and not 2 mini hell panthers that poop in a box and yell at us.
I don't think this is him loving the cat. I think this is just him always wanting to have been a restaurant chef.
I noticed a guy on Facebook that was better than me at mounting TVs, so instead of hating on him, I reached out and offered to pay him to teach me how to perfect my craft. He didn't accept the money. Instead, we formed a partnership and the rest is history. Brothers don't hate, we elevate each other. Screw DIY, I want to DI together. That is a stupid... That is so dumb, but I love it. My husband, the extrovert, and I, the introvert, got separated on our flight. We're in middle seats in the same row. I've already apologized to the people sitting next to me like 7 times. My husband is sharing beef jerky with strangers, and I think he's now in someone's wedding. Oh my God, is this me? Beef jerky is like my go-to snack food on a flight.
Good to see fellow men are appreciating my tastes.
A church service to protect an Armenian refugee family from being deported in the Netherlands just ended. It lasted 96 days and involved 1,000 priests and pastors. Dutch law forbids police from interrupting services. A deal was reached with the government to let the family stay. This is Christianity done right.
If you want to ask yourself what would Jesus do? This. this. This is what Jesus would do.
I took my rats to see the flowers.
You know, I kind of forget that rats can be cute when they're not dirty, wild, and live in the sewers. Enjoy the flowers, my ratty friends. You deserve it. My son proposed to his fiancée about 6 months ago, and she said yes. They're super happy. We love her family too. I just found out today that another girl is in love with him and plans to propose next week. Should I say anything? Oh, and also, he's 4. They're all 4.
God damn it, woman, you left me on a roller coaster of emotions.
Though serious talk, I feel this is where a lot of writers get their inspiration from. Want to create a dramatic tale? Just listen to the stories of your toddler. I got stuck on the highway, wasn't paying attention, and ran out of gas. This white man, tattoos all over, pulled up behind me, asked what's wrong, then came back 10 minutes later with gas and said, I didn't want the cops pulling up to help you and end up fricking with you. Oh, Good Samaritan of the day goes to you, sir. Finally, some good news! Man makes sweaters of places and takes photos of himself wearing the sweaters at those places. Okay, it's official. Everyone else's hobbies are lame. When my school discovered I was undocumented, my scholarship and in-state tuition were taken away. I told my pappy that I was going to drop out and work instead. My pappy told me he'd cut his arm off before I dropped out. We made it work. Today, I graduated, and here's why. Now, I know some people might see the undocumented and say, well, hey, it's deserving. You gotta be documented to get these kind of things. But if you look up how unnecessarily complicated and just broken the system is to get documented sometimes, I'm just personally not surprised there are so many cases like this in America. Down under definitely ain't any better, but still, it's a good thing to point out. Went to visit my aunt, who, despite suffering from dementia, has an intact sense of humor. How have you been? I have no idea. Millennials be like, terrible service. 5 stars and 20% tip so this idiot can pay their bills. We pay my oldest $1 every time he reads a book. We're talking 160-page chapter books. I'm out $120 this year, and he thinks he's ripping me off. Best investment ever. See? Manipulative parenting can sometimes be good. Personal win. I have cerebral palsy, which has always made it difficult for me to run and jog. Today, despite my disability, I jogged 3 kilometers, with a few walking breaks, and I couldn't be more proud of myself. Here I am, happily post-jog. Yep, hair tied back, got some activewear on, and sweating. Yep, that's evidence. She has verified the jog. Well done. Ask Reddit. You've transformed into the opposite gender. What's the first safe for work thing you do? I'm gonna go give a bunch of people compliments. I'm a big dude, and no, it can come across as creepy or uncomfortable when I do it, because, hey, random dude whose intentions you don't know. But as a chick, woo! Man, oh man, am I free to say a bunch of nice stuff to people without freaking them out. It only took me 12 years, but I'm finally a college graduate. Very well done, my fine feathered friend. And might I say that is an immaculate human costume. So Lyft has a new program that will pick you up and take you to a job interview for free. And if you get hired, they will give you up to 3 weeks of free rides until you get paid. There have been times in my life that this would have been a game changer. If you need help, here's help. I'll be honest, this sounds like some sort of meme that the PR marketing team at Lyft has made. Either way, if it's true, still wholesome. Just delivered pizza to an elementary school, and all of the kids started a pizza chant as I walked in and put it on the table. Was giving out high fives on the way out. It felt like the frickin' man. My freshman year roommate sat me down day 1 and was like, heads up, I'll be bringing lots of girls and maybe even some guys to the dorm this year. So if that scares you, grow up, cause this ain't high school. Anyway, he brought one girl back the whole year and now they're married. Wow, guess he got it right the first time. Change is possible, even if it takes time. When I was younger, Asian men couldn't legally marry white women. Now look at me, I married a white dude. Love you, brother. Awesome George Takei gets my thumbs up of approval. 1 yellow curry, chicken, mild, extra notes. My friend cannot handle spice, like it needs to be white person mild. Like missionary sex wild. Like a party with the prophet of the Mormon church mild. Also yellow curry.